Hey friends, we are super excited about this Wilton chocolate fondue pot. I will show off some footage of it up close. I know right now you can kind of see it, or you can totally see it, but I will show it really up close and you can see the glistening chocolate melting over the edges. We picked this up because somebody is having a birthday party and somebody is having a big fancy party. And so we obviously had to try it out first. We were going to use a chocolate fondue pot that I have, but, well, actually, we thought of that idea, but I was like, there's going to be a lot of people there and I'm not sure that I trust that whole thing and manning it. And this just works perfectly because the chocolate flows over the edges and it's just perfect. So I'm going to talk about how to use it and how we're going to use it and what we're going to dip. So this takes 2 bags of chocolate chips. These are white chocolate chips we're obviously using. We actually use a mix of milk and dark, but it takes 2 of these bags. And then it takes a whole, this is a cup of oil, but I just wanted to show it off so you can kind of gauge how much you need. Almost this full of a type of oil, like a vegetable oil. I used sunflower oil, but you need to add that to it because you do not want thick chocolate. It needs to be able to flow through it, so it needs to be thin. So 2 bags of this and almost a whole cup of this. And then definitely keep some on hand because as people use it, it's going to deplete and then it's going to be gone. So you pour it here into the bottom rim right here, and then it's going to go down through this kind of drain in the bottom and then suck it up through the top, and then it's going to flow over. My recommendation is make sure you read the instructions because it's going to give you some just hints and tricks, but basically you have to melt this first. This machine does not melt it. And there's 2 features on the bottom, there's 2 settings on the bottom. One is for heat and one is for heat and motor. So you turn it on to make sure that it's warm because if you pour the chocolate in and it's not warm, it might solidify. So you warm it up, so like 3 to 5 minutes, and then you flip it to the other side of the settings, and then that is going to spin the motor. So that's going to move the chocolate through the machine. Now, those are just the 2 main points. Now, when you put these pieces on, so these are all individual pieces, these ones right here, ooh, I touched it, they go upside down like an umbrella. So they're not going to hold the chocolate in, they're having the chocolate flow over it. So make sure you do that.
Only these 2 go upside down, this one goes up.
That's correct. So you can see this little spinner right here up at the top. So yes, these 2 go over like an umbrella. This one's pushing the chocolate out and then it's going to flow over.
Upside down umbrella.
All right, so I just opted to use, I have a whole bunch of chopsticks because I bought them in bulk for making caramel apples. So we just use these and these work absolutely great for like giant marshmallows. Yep, everybody's showing them off. They work great for this. They'd work great for, we have show a strawberry. So we've got them on strawberries too, but they would work great on bananas. They would work great on apples. So any sort of fruit. Then we also have some potato chips, amazing, and some Oreos, so we're gonna dip those, and then again our marshmallows. You need pretzels. The instructions book have a whole bunch of suggestions. We're gonna do some cream puffs, so there is a whole bunch of options that we're gonna do. In fact, why don't you grab a couple cream puffs and we'll do that. They're right there. Okay, and then there was one other thing I was thinking of that I wanted to mention. They're in the freezer. There was one other thing I wanted to mention, and that was, oh yes, you need to make sure that bits of food do not get in the bottom because this, again, is feeding the chocolate down through the bottom, and you do not want them to get stuck because then they will stop the flow of chocolate. So if you have people around that, are dipping, especially when you're going to be doing things like chocolate chips, you need to make sure they're not, dropping them or getting them lost. Potato chips is what I meant to say. Potato chips. I don't know why you would dip chocolate chips, but potato chips are amazing. Okay, we got the cream puffs. I just love these little itty bitty cream puffs. They're so good. Okay, and then the other thing is you can hear how loud it is. It does definitely has a sound to it. It's not silent. We are planning on having it at a party with music, so I don't see that being an issue. If we are just using it at home for fun, I also don't see it being an issue, but I think most people would probably have this in a party type setting, and it's definitely not too loud that you would have that issue. So we're just gonna go over the main points again. Make sure the chocolate's melted. Make sure you had oil so it's not super thick. Make sure you don't clog the bottom. Put on these components the right way, umbrella shape, and have amazing time dipping chocolate. All right, I'm gonna do a cream puff. These are still kind of frozen though. Ooh, ready? Ooh. After it's done dripping, hold it up so you can see it.
Oh, they're so good.
Oh my heavens.
All right. Chocolate covered potato chips are amazing.
So we will definitely have little plates for people so that they can, I do not have a little plate, so I'm letting mine sit and drip. And you need to bring your plate up. You need to bring your plate up, like right now, honey. Okay, there we go, yep. Okay. So we'll want to have like some plates so that they can come right over and put it on the plate. We are not double dipping. All right, there it is. And this is frozen, so the chocolate's actually already solidifying on it. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my heavens.
Can't get the strawberry in again.
Mm-mm.
Cream puff.
Now, what's your favorite? Oh, somebody try a Oreo.
Oh, okay.
Don't get your fingers in it, or your dress in it. So you can see we have very thin chocolate. The oil has not changed the flavor at all, but it has helped the consistency.
That's so good.
So this is very messy. We can see that already. We definitely need plates and napkins. These chopsticks are working great though, so I totally recommend chopsticks. Okay, let's try this.
So,
Mmm. Mmm.
can I have a chopstick?
All right. Enjoy. Have a delicious time. May all your chocolate dreams come true.
And you've never had
Chocolate like this. Okay, everybody come over. Let's have a chocolate party.
Me too.
You too. And one other thing, there are three little pieces on the bottom so that you can adjust them, but it does need to be completely level. So you definitely can adjust those to make it completely level, but that does matter, of course, because you don't want lopsided chocolate.
She needs a little plate.
He's one of the best. When you're eating? Yeah.
You okay? Take it.